Yo, what's up, everybody? You're watching This Business Show. I'm Anthony, the owner of the show. Hey, I've been in business 31 years. I know a little something. Cracker Barrel, shit in the bed. All right, so let's talk about Cracker Barrel. Well, before I talk about them messing it up, or she is messing it up, the CEO. Let me just say this about the CEO. She's trying. And if you don't own a business, you don't understand this. Business owners, companies, their job is to make money and make more money. Because prior to this quote unquote refresh and the rebranding of the icon and the symbol, whatever, Cracker Barrel's doing okay. They're just chugging along. But if you want to make more money, and we live in America, it's never enough. You always got to make more money. So their job is to make more money. Well, you can't make more money doing the same things you've been doing, because that's a sign of, being a lunatic. When you do the same thing over and over again and you expect a different result. Hello. So the CEO had to do something to try to, garner more business. So refresh the stores, quote unquote, whatever, and then change the icon, get people talking. Look, people are talking. So now you may say, yeah, but the stock fell. Stock fell because usually human beings, and what is the stock market? It's just human beings. Human beings don't like change. Now, the real test is 6 months from now, is it doing well? Is it doing better? Cracker Barrel. That's the key. So, like you, I've been to Cracker Barrel. I love it. That said, I do think, unfortunately, in 6 months, we're going to see it didn't do anything. It didn't hurt Cracker Barrel, but it didn't help Cracker, because all they did was the visual refresh. That's number one. They didn't change the menu. They didn't change the chefs. They didn't change the food, which I'm not saying that they should have changed it. So my point is, just leave it alone. Just leave it alone. If they wanted to make more money, they could have put more money into the renovations, put that money into advertising and marketing and social media and interviews and doing little vignettes and stories and things like that. That would have, drummed up more business, not the refresh of the stores. I think that's what makes Cracker Barrel so unique, is that it's stuck in the 1950s or whatever, the 40s or the 1800s. Cracker Barrel's a company that is not supposed to be refreshed. It's one of those things. It's not some new wave chic place that's going to be no. It's not a Cava. It's not a Chipotle. And I love Cava and Chipotle, but Cracker Barrel is about old times. Old. It looks old. It feels old. That's the whole charm of Cracker Barrel, you fucking idiot. Not making it trying to be modern. So I think that's where they messed up. And I think they could have done one or two things, but not both. If they would have just changed the icon, okay. Or keep the old icon, the symbol, and maybe do the refresh, fine. I think they did a little too much too quick. You're throwing a lot out there. The icon's being changed, and now, the restaurants are being refreshed. Again, the good thing is, though, they're keeping the same menu, the same food, same chef, same stuff. Yeah, but I think, again, that that's why Cracker Barrel has been so successful, is that it is old. It is rustic. It is rusty. People want that, especially nowadays. People just want the good old days. You know what I mean? When they were a kid. They don't want, future. We're getting the future jammed down our throat every fucking day. We want just when things were simpler. You know what I mean? And that's what Cracker Barrel does. It's that good old home, old. You see the word old? People want that. They want to relax, unwind, unplug, put the phone down, be stuck in the whatever, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, for a little bit. And Cracker Barrel is that, on top of it's good food. I mean, well, it tastes good. I don't know how healthy it is, but if anything, they maybe should have tried doing like micro stores in places where you have drive-through. You know what I'm saying? Like Starbucks has that. There are a lot of Starbucks out there where you can't sit. You have to drive through. I think a Cracker Barrel drive-through only would have been interesting. Oh, you're not changing anything. You're adding. You know what I mean? Or I don't know if they have it. I guess if you wanted to do a refresh, maybe have an app or something. Do they have app? Does Cracker Barrel have an app? I don't even know. But like maybe you can order and then pick up or something like that. But you know what I mean? But don't change the visual. You could still be updating and modern and do those things, but just don't touch the decor. Don't touch the food. Don't touch anything to do with, the icon or anything. So I don't think this is going to backfire, this refresh, so to speak, but I don't think it's going to help either. It's just going to be neutral. Anyways, Cracker Barrel, guys, what do you think? Hit me up. Let me know. Thanks. DJ Tony, out.